Trials Evolution is the sequel to one of the top-selling Xbox Live Arcade games, Trials HD. Now, it's been about 2 years since Trials HD actually hit the marketplace, but this new game, Trials Evolution, definitely picks up where that game left off, and it definitely offers a whole lot more. When it comes to gameplay, Trials Evolution is exactly like its predecessor. For those of you not familiar with the Trials series, it's basically a motocross, side-scrolling, racing, platformer puzzler which relies heavily on physics. You have to guide your racer throughout these different trials, which are basically just courses full of obstacles, to complete these races. And in order to do this and to be successful, you really have to take note of how you're positioning your racer on the bike. If you lean in too much while accelerating, chances are you're probably going to do a nosedive. And if you lean back too much while you're accelerating, you're probably going to do a wheelie and eventually end up flat on your back. So there's a good mixture here. You're definitely going to have to find the right balance in order to be successful and go through these races. I know it kind of sounds simple, and to be honest, in the beginning it is, but it doesn't take long before these races get ridiculous and you're forced to do some really advanced maneuvering throughout these trials, and soon enough you'll end up frustrated, but not a bad frustrated. You'll definitely want to keep going and trying to make it through the race and compete with your friends on the leaderboard. Visually, Trials Evolution is ace. I mean, this is a beautiful looking game. Each course has its own personality, which always shines. And it's good to see that there's some outdoor environments, because in Trials HD, you are basically confined to just a dull looking warehouse. Trials Evolution, there's so many different environments and they all look gorgeous. The soundtrack in this game consists of metal songs, and to be honest, it's kind of a mixed bag, because there are some songs in this game, specifically the ones that don't have lyrics, that really fit with the courses that they're paired up with. On the other hand, there are other songs, the songs with the lyrics, that are just so cheesy that they're just outright bad. This downloadable game is surprisingly oozing with content. I mean, the single player mode alone is longer and more fleshed out than the first game. And there's multiplayer, and that's a new feature that is just so awesome. You can race online or locally between a few different match types, and it works really well. Another new feature that this game has to offer is the fact that you can now customize your rider and your bike, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can gain money throughout the single player and the multiplayer and take that money and go back into the garage and customize your bikes, so you can color coordinate them any color you want. You can add new pieces onto them. It's pretty dope. You can also customize your rider. So if you want your rider to have a purple helmet or pink boots, you can do all of that. You can change up their clothing. It's not a necessity, but it does add some flavor to your rider when you go online. On top of all of that, there's also a track editor, so you can create your own tracks. If you're into this kind of thing, you'll go nuts with all the options that you're offered. Personally, I found it a little bit too hard to get into. It's not that user-friendly, but if you have the time to go in and try to make your own tracks and go bananas with it, you'll definitely enjoy it. If you're a competitive gamer, or you're just competitive with your friends on your friends list, you're going to want to see your name high up on that leaderboard. So you're going to want to keep playing and playing in order to get #1 throughout your friends list. So Trials Evolution is all about trial and error. I mean, trying and trying and trying all over again, taking it slow and steady and being precise in order to be successful. It's an addicting, beautiful platforming puzzle game full of content. It's tons of fun to play, and if you're into playing fun games that require you to actually sit down and get used to the mechanics and be patient with them, then Trials Evolution is definitely the game for you. It's an amazing downloadable game that's well worth the $15. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll check you next time.